Hello. Heading off to lunch. So you're going to come along with me. I know I haven't been on for a while. There's a reason for that. Anybody that has been following me probably knows that a few months back I was having some difficulties on the road that had to do with mental health issues and stuff. So what I'd like to do today while I'm driving, heading over to lunch, is to explain what's been happening and that I'm thinking about changing direction on these van life videos. It will still be around van life, but what that looks like has changed. I'm not doing so much traveling. I'm living back in the area that I grew up in, so I'm around resources, people, friends, which I need right now. Being out on the road has not been very good because since my wife died the end of 2019 and then the pandemic, I have not been around people for pretty much over 3 years. And hold on, I'm driving past a police officer that's blocking the road. And okay. So where was I? Police will mess you all up, right? I think they're working on the road here. This was a bad idea, I think. Now there's a truck turning around. He'll be out of the way in a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. So where I'm at is being around people, because I haven't been around people for over 3 years, and that has affected my mental health. As if you've been following through the pandemic, that was a thing with people. But I'm now just starting to get out and be around people, but not crowds yet, unless I'm totally masked up. But for the most part, I'll go to restaurants and stuff, and I'm taking a chance without the mask because I am fully vaccinated. So if I get sick, I'm just hoping it won't be that bad. And I did about 2 months ago, I just came down with some crud that I picked up from somebody, so that I survived fine. So what's been happening? I have been doing a virtual telehealth therapy. Started it once a month, and they were able, because they were just fitting me in. I'm now doing twice a month, every other week, which works out a little bit better for me. A month apart was like just too much. By the time I got back into another session, I couldn't remember what we discussed the one before. So they also have me on SSRI to raise my serotonin levels. That medication has been helping. Wasn't 100%, and they just upped it this week. They doubled it up. I can go up to 4 times what I've been taking, so they put me to the second tier. So we'll see how that works over the next few weeks. And but I'm doing much better than I was, so that's a good thing. So what I'm doing now, and where I want this channel probably to go, is just living my van life locally, because I am still living in my van, and the survival, like how I'm surviving it. The summer months are coming up and it's getting hot. How do I handle the heat in the van, that kind of thing. So I'm hoping that still working on van life. For those of you that are following me specifically because of the van life. But, I have read articles. There's a lot of people in van life, or even just living in their cars. We'll discuss that in a few minutes. There are still people living in their cars. I see it in parking lots all over America every night. And where I'm living now, because I'm always in the same parking lot most of the time, it's safe there. I see some of the same cars there almost every night, so I know they're living in their cars. But anyway, read quite a few articles that people in this community are, what's the word I want? Having issues. Just like I've been having. It seems to be a thing. And, our mental health is something that we should take seriously. Especially the men. Men, we tend to be like, oh, I'm a man, I can handle it. No, you can't. Especially if you're someone who lost a wife and a daughter, especially the wife died suddenly, you never got to say goodbye. Well, I've been dealing with that for almost 4 years, and there's only a couple of men at my Monday night grief group. At the most, we've had 4. Usually there's only maybe 2 or 3 of us on a Monday evening, and the room is filled with women. Men are just, hey, I can handle this on my own. Men, you need to reach out to other men if you're going through this. As far as van life, I'm hoping to share how I'm handling the stresses of living this lifestyle. I still like this lifestyle, even though the stresses are there. My stressors are more coming from other things like grief and things like that, and just being separated from people. I'm trying to work on that now. I periodically play pinochle with a friend of mine and another couple. We just played yesterday afternoon into the early evening, and I only just learned pinochle 3 months ago, and I'm having a blast with it, and I'm getting a lot better with it just in 3 months. We can see me getting better. But anyway, I digress. So that's where I'm looking to do the channel. I'm sorry that I haven't been keeping up on videos, but I've been working on my health, both my physical health and my mental health, and it's just some things that I needed to take care of. I'm hoping to be able to get back to making videos, but I think I'll shift gears, because instead of traveling, it's going to be more about my day-to-day life, and also how I'm dealing with the stresses of this life, and what I do to get through that. And I'm hoping it will help those of you out there that may be going through the same issues in van life. So anyway, that's what's been happening. I wish you all a great weekend, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.